Over.
Yeah, bring them this way. Hey, gang. How's it going? Out there. No one listen to the illicit restreaming that is happening. Okay. That was good. Oh, we should maybe turn the furnace down.
Oh shit, that's right.
This last email is so good.
This one wasn't actually an email, but I saw it on the subreddit and knew I had to pull it.
Yeah. Good lord.
It's
not even a question.
No,
it's just a commentary on our process.
Are you the best? Yes, you're the best.
Yeah.
That's the question.
All right. Yeah, all right.
Hey, Aqualung.
Can't expose the genitals, buttocks, or nipples.
No. Yeah. Brando got it shut down. Brando ruined it for everybody.
Fuck.
What did Brando ruin?
Oh, you'll see.
So as long as you tape up the nipples, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, apparently not anymore.
Not anymore.
That would be provocative. Yes, they're cracking down on.
But if there's not there's
no nipples.
I
thought they just recently took it back that guys could be shirtless again.
No, I don't think so. They're cracking down on the whole thing. It's like you need to be dressed like you're on the street. Appropriate for streetwear is their like guideline.
That is a completely unrealistic statement to make.
If the big streamers get reported, whatever, they'll go look at the channel and be like, yes, clearly this person is like showing a lot of cleavage.
I believe in hashtag free the nipple.
I don't know. So do I.
So
for years,
if ladies want to stream topless, all the power to them.
That's right.
Just like New York.
I want to stream topless.
Me too.
You just gotta do it, man.
Yeah.
Commit.
Yeah. There's a lot of body hair. Some people find that very attractive.
Yeah.
Not many. Some.
No, it's very few.
Yeah.
But they're there.
Oh, the ones who are into
They're out there.
Oh. You're not in the right community.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I really need to start playing for the other team.
That's right. I can't hear anything in my head.
Nope. Robin Williams level of hairiness. Turn your headphones up, boys.
That is me, but I still can't hear me in my headset.
Turn them up. How we sounding out there?
Yeah, I got nothing.
I can hear Kevin.
Hello?
I can't hear anything in my headset. I can't hear you guys.
I can hear everyone.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, no,
now?
now. Oh, now I can. Wow.
Turn it up. Turn it up, son.
Jesus, that's got to be
fiddling.
really loud.
Really?
Yeah. I can hear a lot of...
I'm hearing back and forth.
Let's turn it down.
How about this?
Oh, it's showtime. The thing turned off.
What? Oh, the furnace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Noise.
How's everybody's headphones? Mine are fine.
Mine are fine.
Excellent.
Mine are now fine.
I think mine are fine
Yours.
now.
Great.
Yeah.
I hope it's sounding fine.
Maybe even a little too fine.
Too fine.
Let's back off the fine.
Yeah. Widen that out.
Okay.
So did you guys hear the good news?
Good news. No.
Logan Paul got all his YouTube demonetized.
Noise.
Did you hear why? Like the
the official,
particular incident of him tasering dead rats?
Yeah, and
Wow.
What is even the fun and value in that?
I mean,
For the
if I
lulz.
saw a thing on my YouTube sidebar that was like, "Man tasers dead rat," and I was in the right time of night, right place, and I was like,
That's some
Does
solid
it
clickbait.
bring it back to life.
I
I don't not want to see
I
it.
wouldn't watch it. What's the point?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to do anything, is it?
Like,
would
I mean,
expect the
I
pun- I
might
would
watch
expect
the
the
tasering
punchline.
of a live rat.
I would expect a punchline, to be honest.
Yeah.
Does it explode? It probably might
No,
explode.
it wouldn't explode.
No?
I like
That'd be
this enough.
gross.
Yeah. Rats are gross.
Rats
Logan Paul is gross.
Logan Paul
Yeah.
is gross. A lot of that culture I find very gross.
Yes.
A lot.
Like
And so does
YouTube culture.
streamer culture, the culture that we're propagating literally
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
The internet.
But
The
I mean,
internet.
we're the cool half of the culture,
Yeah.
right?
The unpopular side, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
there you go. Yeah.
That's right. The hipster side.
The non-sellout, non-commercial hipster side.
Yeah, we're
That's
not
right.
crazy enough to be mainstream. It's fine.
And we're not wealthy enough or
Take the belt
yet
off.
to sell out.
I know.
Do that.
Take it off me. That's what you should have said.
Polish it up nice and
Cracked your knuckles.
neat
Did
for
you? You
today.
polished
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
It's looking
Good
a little
job.
greasy. So
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
look
I-
who had it.
It's not a very nice thing to say. I don't have to be the heel anymore. I'm not the champ.
Rubbing your
We have our
beard on
first ever babyface champ.
Once a heel,
That's
always
true.
a heel. Second, sir.
it.
Clearly.
We're not baby.
No.
Who are the heels? Like, if you were to divide it, Kev, you're probably a heel.
It's tough.
I don't know.
He could go
He's
either
a
way.
tweener?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like
he could go either way. I'm definitely a heel.
Yeah.
I felt like Warren was, but
Yeah.
I think he came out okay on that. I think he is
Oh,
like
some
Yeah.
people just want the underdog story more than they want the
totally.
babyface story.
yeah. And I mean after the screw job,
That's right. That's,
it's really hard
get
to
the
hate
crowd
that.
on anyone's
Really
side.
hard to hate that guy. Yeah, that's fun. You guys ready to do a show? What do you say, champ?
Yeah.
the most undisputed champ.
I would probably agree with that.
Yeah,
No
that's
one,
right.
no one can disagree with that.
Except
Whoa.
you only won because fucking Bowser stole one of my stars. I
Oh.
and gave it to you. If he gives
I
it to
earned it in that
anyone
first
else,
game.
he gives it to anyone
Those
else.
11 stars in the first game show anything. I earned it.
Zapod's
Kept
catching up
the
with you
belt
guys
in
in
Canada.
episodes.
That's what I did.
Are you? How
We're
does
at
that make sense?
195 and you're at 212.
Oh, okay. It's February the 11th, and it is episode 212. I don't care what the stat pod's doing, Brando, because this is Talking Reckless, the first show of Talking Reckless 2018. The tyranny of Bryce Zinnick
yes.
has begun.
That's right. A new champion for a new era.
That's right.
It's never coming off now.
A dark era.
It's going to be Bryce.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
You have to play board games to take it off.
Oh,
Shit. He's right. We
snakes
do.
and ladders.
Kevin Byers here as well.
Yeah, I could probably kick some ass at some snakes and ladders.
Yeah.
I can roll a d6 with the best of them.
That's right.
Is that? We played shoots and ladders.
That's
All right.
the same
Oh.
thing.
We didn't like snakes.
Yeah.
Snakes are too.
Oh, too scary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Indy,
gotcha.
Indy doesn't like snakes. I don't like snakes.
Makes sense.
Unless, I mean, snake. Metal. Yeah. It's Brandon Lynch is the specific Brandon.
I
that's
am. Specific Brandon. This is my new nickname.
The Satpod. Satpod.podbean.com. That's a podcast about wrestling. Get it out of
That's
the
right.
way. Done. Gone.
Yep, we
Plugged.
did it. Me and Warren did a two-man show and knocked her out of the park last
Yes.
night.
Felt good.
Sorry,
I bet after that
4
one-man
nights ago.
show.
Yeah.
My name's Matt Eads. No longer the still the longest reigning undisputed champion of all time. That's got to count for something,
Yeah.
right? It's Bryce stripped the title from me at our New Year's Revolution,
Well earned,
which
well
was
earned.
A display of skill.
less than a week ago from us recording this. I think.
Yeah, 6 days as of today.
Wow. In some ways, it feels like forever ago, and in some ways, it feels like we never left.
I can't believe how long it was in hindsight. Like
The show?
Yeah.
8 hours, almost exactly 8
I
hours.
felt like 4.
Yeah,
to me.
totally.
I couldn't believe when we got up and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm leaving. Have a good night." And I was like, "Well, we're just getting started." And then you like look at the watch and you're like, "Oh,
Oh, it's 4 in the morning.
When I came back the next day to like clean up and take Gassy Mexican was our special guest again this year, take him back to the airport and everything. He was still awake and still drinking. So
Yeah.
the man was on a mission.
I woke up 10 a.m., figured, I'll go downstairs, see if Max is awake. If not, I'll play a little Monster Hunter, kill some time. And there's the man, whiskey in hand,
giving her, eh?"
doing some sort of newfangled version of chat roulette, apparently without the penises.
Old fangled version. And I mean, without the penis, less penises, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, you can never eliminate all the penises.
The internet is rarely entirely penis free.
Yeah.
This podcast, by the way, not entirely penis free. Just
No.
just a heads up.
Penis
as we go
full.
forward.
Never
I
know.
would say absolutely.
That's right.
So he didn't go to sleep. He just powered through.
No, yeah, he stayed up. Him and I stayed up until like 5, just shooting the shit. And then I'm like, Max, I got to go to bed. And he's like, hey man, don't feel like I'm keeping you awake or anything. I can just do my own thing. I can go to bed. I can do whatever. And then I'm like, okay, yeah. Then he told me, don't be alarmed if you wake up and you hear the microwave going, because that's just me using the microwave. And I'm like, okay, Max,
That would have been my first guess.
I'm good with that. You can feel free to use the microwave. And yeah, 5 hours later, go downstairs. Man finished a 2.6 of whiskey and just shooting the shit on the internet.
I had a ton of gas in the tank when that show ended. Like, if I hadn't looked at the clock and seen everyone leaving, I bet you I could have gone a long time longer. And then I was like, "Whoa, where's everyone going?" And then, like I said, I looked at the clock and I was like, this is understandable that people want to go home.
You could have kept it going. We missed you.
Yeah, I could have.
I mean, I turned off.
mean,
the
we
computer.
all could've.
I turned off the computer, which in hindsight was probably a mistake.
Yeah.
I was mad when I left.
Oh, I know.
Real talk. I was mad when I left.
You sent like a text when you got home being like, "Hey, great show, everyone. Had a lot of fun." And I was like, "Oh, way to not go to bed angry, mad."
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It
and
was a
really,
lot of
the
fun.
person I was mad at is that you shouldn't all suffer for the stupidity of one short.
They didn't get the
man
text
whose
message.
Name starts with O.
You know, I don't even know if that's a show without one stupid man.
Yeah, pretty much. We need
That stupid?
a certain level of ignorance to bring our New Year shows.
I don't know. I felt like I brought the ignorance. I really upped my ignorance game. I was tired of letting Kevin shoulder all that burden. And
I think Oliver came in and redefined ignorance. though.
Oh,
He
yeah.
stuck to his guns. We can appreciate that.
oh yes, I'm gonna appreciate that all the way to next New Year's show. I know that no one here thinks that I will filibuster the shit out of our show in a year from now, but we'll see.
That's true.
I hope Metal Gear Survive is a very good game. I hope Metal Gear Survive is the best game of the year.
So
Just so you
get
can
it.
make it not number
Yes.
one.
I'm on board already.
Yes.
Down with Metal Gear.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
I won't say the entire list here because I don't know, somebody put it on the Reddit thread and put a spoilers tag on it, so maybe some people want to watch the show and experience the process, see the science as it's run.
It's art.
I mean, we tweeted it out like 15 minutes after the show was
It's true.
over.
It's
so,
true. We totally did. Cuphead was our game of the year. I'll say congratulations to Cuphead.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, not well earned.
Came in the back door like more than half of our games of the year.
Yeah. It was something else. There's a real turning point in that show. The entire video is up on Twitch, but Twitch only holds them for a while, so it's up on. You can check it out on my YouTube if you want.
I was gonna say the top 5, but probably the top 3. I think we hit about the top 3 with maybe some of the best, most logical, well thought out arguments, and people being like, "Yeah, you're right.
It was going
we
good.
can't do that." It was smooth up until about 3. And then, I was letting my game of the year go because I was like, "Yeah, it's a good top 5. No one else played the game of the year. That's fine.
As did I.
Yeah, this is okay." And then it got to that top 3, and it's like, I will not let this game. I will not turn this machine off until this game is higher than this game.
Yeah, that statement was said a lot. People threatened to quit the show.
Yeah.
It was
Allegedly, I don't remember that happening.
Yeah.
I don't think that actually happened.
What a fun night. What a magical night. Experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts here on Recolution? Another one in the books.
It feels
2.6 of whiskey when you're going in for the watch.
Yeah. Or some Fireball.
Play along with for the gang.
Yeah, bring specifically some Fireball.
Glad we brought another 2-6.
So was I,
because
actually.
Matt was like,
So was
don't
I.
bring it to... We already got 26 ounces for 8 people.
We had 40.
I mean,
No, it was a 2-6.
I would have
No.
been. No, they were both 2-6s. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I would have been.
totally thought that first one was a 40
I would
because I
have
was
been very happy
like
if there
8
would have been
shots.
like 6 less shots of Fireball being taken by
yeah,
me that night.
I remember you towards the end being like, I can't, and then being like, okay, yes, I can.
Once everyone else around the table had theirs, Kev's was always the last shot glass in where he's like, yeah, I got
Well,
another
it's just,
one
it
in me.
tastes so bad.
Yeah, because it's warm.
I remember the days when we used to play Fireball Island, but that was always at the end of the night, so we were already like really drunk.
Dark days.
So when you're sitting on the kitchen floor at 3 a.m. and somebody says, let's play Fireball Island, it sounds like a great idea. But when you're starting your night and you're saying, let's do a couple starter shots of Fireball, no longer a great idea.
So I have to ask, Fireball or Sambuca?
Fireball.
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
day of the week. Yeah.
I thought I found someone else on this planet
No.
who didn't have Sambuca as their least favorite shot.
Sambuca is the bottom of the barrel, is the absolute worst shot you can have.
The swill. It just sinks
Yeah.
to the bottom and everything layers
Yeah.
on top of it.
Just saying the word makes me want to.
I'd rather do the I don't remember what they call it, but it's the shot where
Poop.
they have the bartender has the bartender mat.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
you take the
yeah.
runoff
No.
from that
Yeah.
and pour it into a shot glass. I would rather drink
No.
that than
what are those
Sambuca.
called?
No,
Like the
I-
King's Cup,
It
I
used to
thought,
have a
something?
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember it,
It
though.
was like a saggy carpet or a
Yeah, I don't
something.
know.
That would
Something
make
gross.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sambuca
I'll take
or
the
grappa?
Sambuca.
Ooh,
Sambuca.
Good question. Probably Sambuca, yeah.
Damn.
But I mean, grappa's a wine, so it's not really a shooting
You can
drink.
still do a shot of wine.
It is not wine.
It's-
Wine
no,
does
it's-
not
it's
like
wine.
peel the inside of your mouth off.
It's made from the wine, the digested wine grapes that have already made wine.
Oh,
It's
okay.
used to clean baseboards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. Incidentally, I do have another 2 bottles of that sitting at work because
They're aging.
our vendor has sent us another set of bottles, and funny, this time nobody wants them.
You must have like really pissed that guy off. He's sending you all this grappa all the time.
If you need any
Apparently,
dead bodies you need dissolved.
yeah, apparently
Send
in
them to
Italy,
Kevin.
like people love this shit in Italy, which is very, very strange.
Weird. Maybe it's like the like what's a real like maybe it's like the Canadian Club. Is that like the really cheap like shitty rye whiskey?
Well, it's like how people in Canada or the States, like they put Baileys in their coffee. Grappa is like a post coffee drink. So you drink your coffee and then you drink a glass of grappa.
Man, I'm too
okay.
awake. Now I need to blind myself.
Yeah.
Boom! And it's like I'm sleeping.
That's gnarly.
Yep, gross.
Yeah. Sambuca. We're doing Sambuca next year. So
No.
Finally.
I'm off the trail
I've,
again.
I've
Grab us
waited
time
patiently.
what about games, champ? What you been up to?
Oh man, I've been getting sick of The Witness.
Yeah.
Quite
no.
literally.
Oh. What? How you? It has
It
made
made you
you
sick?
vomit?
Oh yeah, no. I even looked it up. Like, no, I did not vomit. Just like motion sickness. And like, I gotta take a little
yes.
die down for 2 hours.
Yes, I've heard
And
that about that.
several other thousands of people have gotten like refunds for the game because it makes them sick and they can't play it.
Game. Oh wow.
Yep.
What are you playing it on?
Computer, PC. Apparently, you can widen the field of view now and add a little reticle, which helps a bit. But it's just
Okay.
the way the game is framed and
I
the
wonder if, like-
motions. It makes tons and tons of people sick.
Wow, weird. I wonder if like changing the frame rate or something would help
My
with
computer
that.
is really shitty, so I thought about turning everything way down, but it didn't help.
That's
Yeah.
weird. That
It's-
sucks.
yeah,
That's,
it's a sweet
a-
game.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah.
Is it on? It's only on Xbox, right?
That's on
No, I have it on
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
It's not on Xbox.
It's not on Xbox.
No.
Oh.
Jonathan Blow, that's who he does it, right? Jonathan Blow? Yeah, he's big anti-Xbox
Oh, good.
guy. In terms of how hard it is to pass cert and everything. So
Oh, weird.
he's outspoken. You can find like data logs in the game with him being like, well, these are all my credits, and I was PlayStation 4 and the PC is really good, and maybe one day it'll get to the Xbox.
But I mean, that game, like, why wouldn't it pass cert for Xbox? It's like there's nothing controversial about that game.
No, and I don't know if it's that or if it's just the process you have to go through.
Oh,
a
okay.
process that he would totally pass but thinks is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
And it doesn't have to be something controversial to fail cert. It could be a thing of like load. It used to be a max on load times. Like you can only have a 79-second load time, and anything longer and it fails cert. And it's just like,
or it has to say press start at the beginning, otherwise we won't ship
yes,
it.
That was 100% one of them.
Well, that load time thing can't be true because
Not anymore. No, this is
fucking WWE 2K18 is on Xbox.
That game never passed
and
cert.
that game has like 7-minute load times.
They snuck that one out in the
It's
black
so
market.
fucking broken when it's done loading.
I wonder if playing it on console would maybe alleviate some of that.
Maybe.
Also,
Then you'd have to buy it again.
yeah, that's true. It's
I only got it for $10. Woohoo! Steam sales.
and you can. Have you played less than 2 hours?
I've not, but I can say I've been sick, so I can.
Oh
return
yeah,
it.
yeah, probably fine.
I wonder
That's
if
a
I
great
could
game.
return my PlayStation copy that I bought like a year and a half ago.
You bought a copy of The Witness?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
we all did. Remember?
You should still
It
play
was,
it.
it was
Yeah,
hot
I
in
bought-
2016.
I bought
I'm
it.
way
I have it
behind
on
the times.
PC. You should lend it to Bryce. Maybe Bryce can play it on PlayStation.
Maybe.
I downloaded it. Yeah, this was before my fuck downloading theory.
Stance.
And
Yeah.
I've now learned.
And I mean, I downloaded Monster Hunter as well because I didn't feel like driving to the store.
Yeah, no, driving sucks.
Yeah.
Worst.
Did you like what you played?
Yeah, it's neat. It's
How about how far? Oh, I guess you're only like an hour in or so. You said. Right?
no, I got to the town. It's kind of the free form part of the game where it lets go and
Okay.
everything gets stupid.
You on the island? You're like kind of free to go around the island
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you like. Okay.
You start.
You no longer get the tutorial panels. You get run into things and deal with it.
Did you? There's a different type of puzzle in there that you kind of, and maybe you already know about it because the game's been out forever. But
Yeah.
you sort of like.
You can draw on the world kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I haven't got to those two parts yet. Brandon was mentioning.
Oh, you
that.
probably have.
You
But
probably have.
you've probably walked past a bunch of them.
Oh, damn.
Because it's stuff,
It's fucking crazy.
It's stuff where it's like the like skyline of this river and this boat or whatever. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
You always
some of that
know
stuff.
when you see it.
Yeah.
But like almost everyone I found was me running around the world and then like stopping and like backing up a few steps and being like,
Wait a second.
wait a minute, that looks like a puzzle.
I should maybe take another crack at that game.
I've beat it twice.
I don't know. Wow, really?
Really? Wow.
I don't.
Beat
oh,
it being just beat like kind of the main story. I've never done
Yeah.
all the puzzles.
it unlocked. There's like a secret to unlock or something,
I
right?
think
So
so,
if you
yeah.
get it all,
Yeah.
because you're lining up the lasers or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I stopped playing. I think I hit a puzzle. I think I had shapes appear and could never understand the mechanic.
Difficulty spikes really high.
Yeah.
And it's really up its own butt.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Blow is very up.
I've
his
seen
own
one of
butt.
the videos already. It's just, wow, this is pretentious.
This is art.
Yeah,
I can
he
get behind
is
this.
a little bit. Did you play Braid?
I did. Braid is super cool.
Fantastic.
Big fan.
game, Yeah. I think that was the last thing. I think Jonathan Blow made Braid and then
Yeah, and then made
Nothing
this.
else.
made this.
Yeah.
Worked on it for 10 years or whatever. Made a catheter to finish the game. Allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Posted a picture of a catheter, a homemade catheter, or
That's not
it was like
sanitary.
it was like a bag full of pee or something. He's like,
Sure.
"This is what helped me finish The Witness." Oh,
Oh,
oh my!
Dark.
whatever you're into.
What else you been up to?
Been playing Celeste.
Yeah,
2018 Game of the
on
Year.
the Switch.
On the Switch. Best console.
Is the-
2018.
Yeah, I worked with a girl named Celeste one time.
Yeah.
End of story.
Okay.
There you go.
That's nice.
I also played Celeste,
Oh.
and that game is real dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's I guess you take it away. You were talking
Oh no,
about
I was just talking. Have at it.
it. It's a Meat Boy esque,
Okay.
Super Meat Boy esque kind of platformer. It's that
Tight, like
yeah, real
restarting
tight.
stages quite often.
Yeah, really quick respawns. Tons of deaths on each, depending on how good you are, which I'm not very. Tons of deaths on each frame, and then you get to the next screen and start on that. It's so I guess the place to start is it seems like it's pretty short if you just mainline it. But every level has kind of you can do just the main get to the finish line. There's also strawberries that you can
love
pick
strawberries.
up, which are basically like you have to grab this strawberry, but also get back to solid ground before it counts.
Okay, so you can't just hit like I'm gonna jump to my
Yeah,
death, but
exactly.
grab this on the way down.
Right, and it won't count until you get on solid ground.
Okay, interesting.
So that can take a lot of time because a lot of the times getting those strawberries is way harder than getting past the screen. And then it also has in each world there is a crystal heart, which is a very kind of tricky, complicated, and has I think already one of my moments of 2018 for one of them because it's incredible and it references an old video game. In a way that made me have a shit-eating grin on my face for like an hour afterwards. And there's a crystal heart in each level, and there's a cassette tape. And if you get that cassette tape, it's a B-side, which means you can basically go back and play a more difficult version of that world.
Oh.
Which I just started playing my first B-side. I haven't beat the game yet, but I was like, I want to try one of these. And yeah, they're pretty tough.
You know what? Never mind. It is a spoiler. Is kind of what it was.
Okay.
That's cool. That's
Yes.
very cool. This was a Flash game once upon a time.
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't know what you can play a version of it that you can find in one of the houses.
On the
The
Pico
Peak
8 version.
Yeah. Which plays actually incredibly similar and feels incredibly similar. And I beat that. You get a trophy for it.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure the exact lineage of. Is that the original Flash game? Or
I
is
have
that
no idea
Yeah,
how
I don't
that
know
works.
either. But there's something cool in there for anybody who wants to do the digging or knows played the Flash game back in the day.
And there might be like kind of a bit of a neat story going on. I think I won't know until maybe I finish it. I just finished the 4th level, and the peak, the one after the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of like cloud jumping and stuff like that.
Clouds are the worst.
Yeah, I don't like the clouds. And yeah, it's basically there is what seems to be kind of an enemy character. There's a fellow mountain climber that you keep running into, and there's this hotel owner that you meet halfway up and kind of just deal with him for that level. And that's kind of and an old lady who I keep running into, and I think maybe there's some paranormal stuff, maybe there's some brain stuff going on.
Okay, what
Some
is like thinking?
Maybe something's
using
going on.
your logics?
Maybe there's something going on in your head. Maybe this isn't real. Maybe it is.
Okay,
But
I
they set
see.
the stage for that really early, where the old lady's like, climbing this mountain makes people see things that maybe aren't really there. So
maybe don't climb the mountain.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
So I sort of want to see things that aren't really there sometimes.
Yeah?
You know? I don't know. That's why I watch movies and play video games. And
Try this acid.
Okay.
I've never done it.
Yeah. Ooh. That's weird.
Sounds great.
I don't think it worked. Maybe I should take some more.
Yeah, probably.
It's neat if you like
Yeah.
Super Meat Boy or games like that, which I do. Play this game. It's a very good one of those.
Yep. I've dumped 20 hours into it already.
Oh,
It's
wow.
fantastic.
Are you playing portable? What's your play
No, no,
Switch
I'm
like?
Never used the Switch portable
Never?
function.
Never, not even like I don't know, lying in bed.
I tried lying in
or-
bed and just my arms
on the-
fell asleep.
on the
This is
shitter.
quite heavy actually.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Like one time I picked it up and took it to the bathroom with me just because that was neat.
Yeah, it's
How-
nice little function one time.
It's got pretty good. Like it's not going to give up on you if you get too far from your Switch.
The thing
It's
is
on
the
there,
thing.
right?
The
So it
thing is
doesn't. It's not like a Wii U where it needs to be connected.
the
right?
tablet is the whole thing. You take the entire unit and
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the dock is like it is just a power and USB port. Like there must be some. I don't know if there is anything actually in it. I know it runs better when it's plugged in, but that might just be because it's plugged in. But yeah, you just pick that thing up and that's the Switch. Take it wherever you want.
Guess who just bought a Switch today?
Warren Barris.
Warren Barris will play with the Switch that I bought.
This is my second guess.
Yeah. I bought it. I sent you guys a message asking when you guys were going to be here, and you guys said when you were going to be here, so I went and I got it, and I plugged it in and got it all set up.
Charging for you right now.
It's charging for me right now.
Fucking
It's ready
awesome.
for me when I get back.
What are you gonna play? What's your first game?
Mario Odyssey is the only thing I own.
Nice.
It's probably you've already played Breath of the Wild.
I've already played Breath of the Wild, and I've already played Mario Kart 8, which is kind of the other big standout.
Yeah.
And I bought all the DLC, so the only thing is kind of a graphical upgrade if I were to get that new one, which didn't seem like it was worth it.
And you could, I mean, if anybody ever does want to play it online, you'd probably play the Switch version.
And the people who I want to play that Mario Kart with and who I continue to play Mario Kart with have Wii U's that we play Mario Kart on.
For now.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Upgrade.
Soon that Switch, maybe all the Nintendo multiplayer is gonna cost $20 a year. I
know.
think?
There was
20 a year.
There was
For
an
the
ad
monthly?
for it when I put it on, and like it was basically like the top is like pay this now, let's go, let's get it's $20, let's do it. And I'm like, this already started? I thought this was down. And then it, like at the very bottom bar, it's like, you don't have to do this until September, you can skip it.
Yeah, that blows. I mean, we all went through it with Xbox Live at one point, then PSN, but having a free online service where, you know, kids are out there playing Splatoon 2 that are going to turn that thing on in September and go, what? I need to pay, Mom, I need $20 to play my games. And
Is that monthly or yearly?
yearly.
I mean,
That's
20
super
$20 a year is
affordable.
so
Like nothing.
cheap.
It is very affordable.
like-
It's more than zero.
Yeah, that's
Right, which it has been forever.
Yeah. I mean, all the other consoles went through this.
Yeah.
And it was a lot more painful the first few times, but What else you been doing?
That's it. Those 2 games.
That's it. Nothing else.
And
in
being
your
a
life.
champion, you know,
Yeah,
it's a full-time
of course.
gig.
Yeah, autograph signings. And,
That's right.
Movie premieres.
Yeah.
And,
Cutting
any,
the ribbon, kissing babies.
oh, of course. Where they get you flying to next week? Was it Paris or Rome? I can't.
Somewhere in Europe. Probably
Yeah.
doing a full circuit.
Oh, okay, cool. So European fans, Bryce Ink gonna be out there repping the belt.
That's right.
Look for him. Probably top
And
the
sandwich
top of the
stands,
Eiffel
of
Tower.
course.
We'll bring the sandwich board. Yeah, obviously. Kevin, what you been doing?
Well, last night or 3 nights ago or whenever you're listening to this,
Time has no meaning
Time
here
has no
on the
meaning,
Talking Records
absolutely.
podcast.
we did the second to last episode of Dungeons and Tangles.
Oh
So
shit.
Next week,
Penultimate.
yeah, I used that word,
Oh shit.
and actually maybe I didn't.
You should have.
Oh, penultimate is like one before the ultimate?
Yeah, second to last.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
I think it's a stupid word.
If ultimate is last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I learned something today.
But no, like I mean, barring an absolute catastrophic failure next week, we should be done. I only have 2 missions left, and that'll be the game.
You started thinking about what you want to do after?
I started asking the chat, saying, "Hey, you should, give me some ideas of what to do."
Subnautica. What? Who said that?
I was actually thinking about that, but there's a big problem with that game.
It's too scary.
No, there's a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of downtime.
But like that downtime isn't. It's like you exploring and
yeah,
I've also played a little Subnautica, like 10 or 15 hours. I found land.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's early. Like
Yeah, no, it's
So
it
it
was
wa-
cool when I
it
found
wasn't
it.
a spoiler when I said it.
I totally forgot you said it, and I was legitimately because like Subnautica is this game where you land on this underwater planet, and it reminds me a lot of like that one planet from Interstellar where it's just waves. You know, it's all
Yeah.
liquid.
The shallow water planet.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Waterworld. It's like the movie Waterworld.
Yeah, it's a little deeper. It's quite a bit deeper.
Waist deep.
No, deep enough that
Like
You can sit-
hundreds of meters deep.
yeah.
Oh.
Well,
like,
yeah.
like
Eventually,
you need a submarine to
Gotcha.
get around.
eventually you get like a click down, but there's a part where you can't see it in the beginning because you land and you look around and all you see is water in every direction, and there's a part where you kind of the game eventually leads you there, and it's like misty and cloudy, and the mist part, and you see this huge island, like huge, and it looks massive because you haven't seen land in so long, and that was my best moment of 2018 so
shit.
far.
Yeah.
It's really good when that happens.
So it's just you just found that one land, eh?
Oh no,
Okay.
a thing happened that made me think I should restart the game and see if this same thing happens, because I bet I could get here and do a thing before. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that game's fucking cool.
I know.
Subnautica
It's really
super,
awesome.
super cool.
Yeah, the once you find the first set of dry land, there's a portal that you can find a way to power that will teleport you to
Oh yeah,
other
Yeah,
places.
I've been bouncing all over the place. Yeah, it's real good.
What's it on?
PC.
Currently, yeah.
Shit.
And high end. It's like pretty graphically intense.
It's yeah.
I can run Nico or
Okay,
Doki Doki.
okay. Oh, shit. I think there is another. I think Nico is
I think
probably
that's
a real thing.
too. I feel like that might have actually been something I played.
Oh shit.
But yeah, so I'm not sure if I want to jump into like another like 5-month, 6-month long game again.
Subnautica would have probably.
Some people have been suggesting I should play XCOM 2 because I haven't actually made it all the way through that yet.
That'd be long.
But yeah, that's going to be long. It's probably going to be longer than Darkest Dungeon was. And
How long? You play about 3 hours. 3 hours a Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Give or take.
yeah, two. I'd say average is 2.5.
Okay, so that'd be, yeah,
But yeah, we've been going since the week
would
after
be like
the Reckless Rumble.
8 or 9 months to finish XCOM.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah, I don't know
maybe
if I-
more.
I don't know if
'cause
I can do
don't know how
that.
long that game is.
It's a great streaming game though.
Yeah.
XCOM. Yeah, totally.
I mean,
it goes bad.
any sort of like turn-based strategy is really easy to stream. Like even if you're not that good at it.
I would love to watch like headphones on, like in Subnautica. Are you one of those people who gets like exploring underwater caves makes you just uncomfortable?
That's only you.
Really?
Yeah, I
Just
think it's
being-
only you,
Is it?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's probably
or
a
just open-
percentage
or just-
of the world.
or just open water.
No, I think that is.
doesn't
do it.
bother me.
I think that is probably a named but uncommon
Yeah.
fear.
I don't think it's that uncommon.
I mean,
like,
I get seasick when I'm out on open water.
yeah,
but
you're not like if you're standing in like I don't know if you're just standing in the ocean.
No.
You're not like,
No
oh,
problem.
this is uncomfortable.
I remember talking to you about Black Flag when you got to take those bells down and swim around with the sharks, and you're just like, Brandon, I don't really want to do that.
That's my thing. That's my thing. And maybe that's why Subnautica speaks so powerfully to me, because that game is just like, it's like sweating hands. You're in the dark. You are discovering new creatures, like alien creatures that are horrifying and completely misshapen. And oh,
A good sweaty hand game.
yeah.
Celeste is a good sweaty hand game.
Oh, yeah.
For different
Like
reasons,
hand
I imagine.
and hand cramps. Like you like put down the thing and you're like, oh, their claws.
yeah, you got to stretch your fingers out with all those tight platform jumps you got to make.
Yeah.
So the D&D game, the Dungeons and Dangles game, still up for debate.
Why not Binding of Isaac? I thought you were deep into that. You could do like a couple runs.
I don't know. That game's. I mean, it would be good for like. I don't feel like thinking about what game to play next.
Oh,
So
about
let's do 3 hours of Binding of Isaac for a week. I was actually thinking about doing that. Like take a couple weeks before making a big decision on what to play, and do like a couple shorter games.
How about maybe you want to play this one by yourself, but how about the To the Moon sequel? Whatever that was called.
I'm actually planning on playing that on stream one day, but it doesn't work on Thursdays because it'll definitely be longer than 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing what you come up with.
Yeah. So
Monster Hunter.
anybody got ideas? Toss them on the subreddit. I was gonna start up a post there today at work, but shit got busy, and then we started bullshitting when things got slow.
Yeah, sure,
so I didn't do it. So yeah, if anybody's got some ideas, feel free to toss them on the subreddit. I mean, anything. I'll consider anything at this point. I was actually thinking maybe doing the Wolfensteins 1 and 2.
Do it.
Shit, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice. Probably finish those and
Yeah, probably a couple of weeks, right?
well,
Maybe
the
four
first one.
weeks a
The first
game
one probably
kind of
like
thing.
3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I would watch that stream just to watch you watch Wolfenstein.
So would I.
I wouldn't even need a gameplay feed.
Yeah, just give me Kev
Yeah.
face and a little bit of audio so I know which cutscene he's on.
Yeah.
All of
But
it
yeah,
taken out from the library.
Other than that, I've been playing Monster Hunter.
Yeah, World.
Still, surprisingly.
No, I went back a few.
I was gonna say, I busted up my 3DS. And, yeah, I've been playing a lot of that as well.
There is something about that game that whenever you say, do you like Monster Hunter World? I'm like, not really. But I've still gone back to it like a couple times a week and put in like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which means I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah,
based on like the size of that game.
I turn it on and I do like a mission every couple days. So I've done 3 or 4 missions this week. But I'm taking my time.
Enjoy it, man.
And that's the thing. Like I don't know if I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oliver and I had that like exact conversation, almost word for word, where I'm like, OJ, are we like, because we team up for like a hunt or two a week. We try to because we have to validate this fucking $80 purchase. And it's like, OJ, are you having fun? It's like, I can't tell. Are you? I'm like, well, I'm checking things off the list. And that feels good.
It's almost like doing chores that are a little bit more fun than the actual chores you have to do in your life.
Just slightly more fun.
Like
there's so slightly.
There's a satisfaction of being like, that's done. Not a satisfaction in doing it, but when they're just like, check mark, blue star by that, and I'm like, hey, there we go. Turn this off for the day.
I'm gonna have to fight that monster 18 more times.
No.
Yeah. So
way more than that.
So yeah, I can't really tell if I like the game or if it's just a good time sink game.
It's all the like stuff that we have made fun of MMOs for doing for the longest time condensed into one game. It is the infinite fetch quest of go get me X monster parts and then do that over and over and over again.
I mean, to me, it feels like kind of how I described my last experience with Diablo 3, where it's just like you're doing the same thing over and over and over just to get a little bit more gear or a little bit more loot or whatever it is. And that's kind of what this game feels like. It's like,
but right out of the gate, because we are right out of the gate still.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
It's the way it's presented to you, where it's like these missions, you have 8 more attempts to do. And the first time they gave me that, I was like, okay, if I die 8 times, I just take it away. And I'm like, so I did it, and I did it the first try, and I'm like, great, that one's done. And then it's like still on your list.
Yeah,
and it's like, now you can do it 7 more times. And I'm like, oh, I thought you meant like I had 8 tries to get it done, not I was allowed to finish it 8 times.
There's a lot of like minutia to get caught up in. You have a list of story missions that you are doing. There's a list of 5 different classifications. There are arena missions, there are side missions, there are
like optionals, which are like renamed versions of your story missions that you can do more times.
You have a list of 6 bounties that you are choosing, and you can kind of fill them, like you do them on a mission and come back, get more. You have a completely separate menu of different missions that are called investigations, which are kind of the same, but not really. And I never know when to do what. It's like, okay, I could maybe go get some materials by doing these optional missions, which, like I said, are kind of just rehashes of story missions you did. And then it's like, oh, should I be doing that? Or should I be doing an investigation that I can do up to 7 times and get material from that? Or should I be doing these, like the ones that they give you, the ones where you have to be online, where it's like, oh, you can get a the arena, like the
maybe
pre-built one.
Maybe that's what those
special
ones are.
missions that show up once a week or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then there's a whole nother one where you get like a pre-built character that isn't even your character, and you go in and use those characters to fight.
That's fucked.
There's so much shit, and it's like, it's even in the gameplay where like you got to eat before you go out to fight. You got to eat and get a buff. Like, what if instead of walking over to the canteen and picking your, like, again, maybe this loses some of the presentation, whatever. Instead of going through that whole fucking thing every time, what if you're just like, just give me the health buff, just give me the attack buff, let's go. What if instead of sharpening your weapon every, like, when you're playing single player, I'm probably just bad, but you're fighting and your weapon runs out of sharpness, and then you just fucking run away until he drops aggro so that you can sharpen your weapon, or you run away till you have enough time.
You gotta get in like the right timing groove where you got a sharp weapon going in, and then I find that usually when it gets dull, he's running away. So then I'm like, okay, I'll just sharpen it now.
That usually happens to me too. Is like you fight with a sharp weapon, and then as he's running away, the first thing you do is put your weapon away, sharpen it, and then chase after him.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I really am like suffering through a lot of those systems. The systems are not fun. The part where you get together and fight a monster is sometimes fun.
And I haven't even done that. I've only played single player.
That sucks.
It's still like the part that still gets me. I was playing a little before the show, and Bryce was checking it out, and I was playing against some monster I was supposed to hunt.
Oh, a Toby Kadachi.
Yeah, Toby Kadachi. That's right. And there was a T-Rex thing
and giraffe.
Yeah.
Which one's the Toby thing?
The electric one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got into a turf war, and I'm like, this right now is the coolest part of the game, because it's like the monsters fight each other. It's a dynamic environment.
One of them usually has like a pick him up and by his neck animation and swing him around.
There's some cool stuff that happens, and that always feels really good whenever it happens. And then you just go back to chasing the monster, hitting it a little bit, and then chasing it again, hitting it a little bit.
And after you've seen that surprise, it's like, oh, like that just becomes another static, like, should I hit him with my sword or should I pull him over into this turf war? Like, it's just another option.
Yeah.
Of like,
we pull him into the vines and shit sometimes.
I mean, we always just pull Anjanath up to the Rathalos nest and wait for the Rathalos to show up, and they fight.
That's not even the Rathalos nest. That's the Toby Kadachi nest.
Of course.
Well, yeah,
the one in the sky.
Yeah,
in the tree. Yeah. Oh,
but
what about the Rathalos?
The Rathalos shows up every once in a while, but yeah, that's
where we.
Which
hang.
one's the like the poisonous chicken thing?
That's
Pookie.
Yeah, the Pookie. Yeah,
Pookie.
Yeah, I was fighting one of those, and I think I almost had him dead. I wish they had health bars, honestly.
Yeah.
And then one of the big things that eats people, like the big slug things that eat people and get fat, ate them. And then I was like,
the Great Jargus.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna cut your belly open, and then I'm gonna get my chicken. And you can't do that. That chicken's dead when that happens.
Is it really?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
I could.
So it just came and ate your quest target.
Yeah, and then I was like, I know I can slice these open because I've done it before. And then, but when you slice it open, it just goes like all like small, and a bunch of fluid comes out. And I was like, my chicken isn't even here.
Gone.
I was doing one of the investigations. It was 30-minute time limit, and I had to kill a Great Jargus and I think something else. The winged chicken looking thing.
The not poisonous chicken.
Oh, yeah, the not poisonous chicken.
I've killed those first 6 monsters so many times that I can't.
But yeah, I was supposed to kill those 2 things, and so I killed the Jargus first because I mean those things are really easy to find.
Yeah.
And I started following the tracks of the other monster I was supposed to find, and I came across this monster. I'm like, oh shit, it's right there. Let's fight that thing. And it was a 30-minute time limit mission, and I get the timer that says 10 minutes left or whatever, and I'm still fighting this, and it runs away. and I chase
As
it
they
back.
do.
I chase it back to its nest, and
You sleep in there.
it's sleeping, and it's the thing that picks up the eggs or the rocks, and
I know who
yeah,
you're talking
okay.
about. Yeah.
and shields itself.
Yeah.
But it dug up an egg, and then the egg hatched into another one.
Oh, I broke the egg.
And the main one, I don't know, it didn't spawn a second one, but the one that I was fighting got its health 100% restored because of that. So that really pissed me off.
Should have broke that egg, maybe.
And
You gets mad when you break the egg.
the part that pissed me off even more is turns out that wasn't even the monster I was supposed to fight.
Well done.
Sure.
Well done.
So I saw the spark flies or whatever the hell they're called.
Scout flies.
Scout flies. I saw them off behind me, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Those things suck.
So I turn around because they're impossible to follow. They're so hard to follow.
You were having problems with it like the first few times we played, and I was like, man, Kevin's an idiot. This is obvious. It's a green glowing thing, but like every time you're in combat, they disappear, and it's never clear if they are like locking onto the monster or onto its tracks or onto like a
flower that you're
And they're
supposed
just
to
flying
summon.
all around you.
Yeah,
and
they're
you're...
very hard to follow.
But yeah, and then I found the other monster with like 5 minutes left, and actually still managed to kill it in time.
Oh wow.
So that was it. It felt good to finish the mission in the time frame and to get credit, but it felt real bad when I realized how stupid I was halfway through that mission. I'm like, man, I've been fighting the wrong monster for fucking 14 minutes.
What weapon y'all using?
I'm kind of juggling between them. I was using that insect glaive for a while.
That's what I'm
where you,
using
like,
now.
Vault up,
Yeah.
and I did not care for it. So
I really like it.
I'm on
It's-
the. I can't remember dual swords.
Yeah,
no,
you-
the machine gun, the bow. I'm on the heavy bow.
No,
Uh, yeah, I'm using the lance and shield.
oh yeah.
Yeah, with the poison monster. I forged it up into the poison lance, so I do poison damage, which is kind of cool.
Pookie lance.
Yeah, Pookie lance. It's got nice green feathers on it, which I'm really rocking.
Wow.
And I got my bone armor that I've leveled up all the way.
I also have I have hunter armor.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I
think you get
have
those from
anymore.
the feathers of the
Pookie
chicken.
Pookie?
No, the chicken thing that you were
Oh
fighting.
yeah, whatever the hell it's called.
I have a final tier weapon, but it's the basic. It's the steel one. I have a final tier steel weapon, steel machine gun.
You know, there's
That
like
sounds good.
12 tiers of weapon upgrades, right?
Yeah, but no, what? This one's like 3 columns, and this one's like the 3rd column. Is there more?
Yeah,
If you keep
yeah.
if you keep going
Yeah.
right, that whole thing like shut up. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I
I
honestly do
believe-
not believe you.
No, I totally believe that
You're
because
gonna have to show me after.
because I've heard like how crazy the customization and things on these weapons are. And when I first looked at my like Kinsec, my blade, my thing, I was like, well, I can pick like one of 6 different ways to go with this, and there's like 3 tiers.
I assumed that we were gonna get like a new recipe or something later, like forge an insect glaive, but it's a different one, and I don't know.
I think I like the insect glaive because I just like more people to hang out with.
Yeah,
Like I got my cat
Your
and
little
I got
bug
my
buddy.
bug, and we're gonna go fight a monster.
you can jump on them. That's
Yeah,
how I
you jump
used
on
it.
their back and
Yeah.
stab them for like 1 hit point per
Yeah,
stab.
but you like break them. They get into like a broken stance, and then you do a
that's
bunch
true.
of that
And I like you can like make your bug goes and like gets speed,
Yeah.
like speed juice from them, and then
there are 4 different juices.
there's 4 different juices, and you
Yeah.
can have 3 of them at a time.
You
So
can have all 4. If you get all 4, they get more powerful. Green is healing. Sorry.
No, I think you can only hold 3 at a time.
There-
Where my Kinsec can
yeah,
only
wow.
hold 3 at a time.
Look at this crazy weapon tree. That is way bigger than 3.
Shit.
There are 3 boxes for the kin set. There are 3 buffs, and then there's a green bar on the side, and the bar is healing. But that counts as the 4th. There's
Right.
white, orange, red, green, and if you get all of them, they last longer, I think, and do something.
I don't
know.
think I've ever seen
looked
my
it all up.
Kinsec bring back green in my life.
They all come from like different parts. I think like orange comes from the head.
So
maybe.
no,
I
hang
don't-
on.
I
My
don't
my
really know.
Kinsec, like I can heal with my Kinsec because if it like they all like have like a dust that they spray,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the Kinsec's dust is healing.
I'm
but
just
the one-
telling you what I read on the internet.
But the one I'm using right now, I think is not healing. It's like poison. I think. Yeah.
that was one I was using too.
Have you guys figured out how to trap monsters yet? Have you tried?
I haven't
Yes.
had the tutorial.
I can't find any goddamn thunderbugs to make my goddamn traps, and I haven't hit the story mission where they're like, "Here's some traps." So I haven't been able to do it yet either.
You can buy them.
You can buy traps.
Provisions people. You can buy anything off it.
Is that the
I-
guy that sits
no
on
way,
the big
man.
mountain of
Yeah.
crap?
I looked through his stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't find
Yeah, I haven't done it myself.
specifically
but,
just Thunderbugs are all I need.
I watched a YouTube video saying you should be doing this.
Yeah,
and
it raises your hunter rank and you get more parts.
Yeah.
It's easy. And like it's easy to the point where I sort of don't like it because you get them till they're like limping, which is I think I'm gonna say like 33% it feels like, or maybe 25% give or take, like they start to limp. And then you shock them with a trap, and then you put them to sleep with a trank bomb or any kind of sleep thing, and the fight just ends. The fight ends right there. And I like lots of the fights we've done, we get them to limping, and then we proceed to fight for another like 25 minutes.
You gotta get better at the game.
Yeah, well, like we had people, Oliver and I had people join our quests, and they just would capture him. So we'd like fight the monster, but he would run away and be like, "Oh, monster captured, it's done." And you're like, "Whoa, that was like 2 minutes instead of 40. What is happening?"
I'm never gonna play that game with people I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Because I'm bad at it, and I don't want to tell people I am. So I'll play with you guys.
when I was playing the single player, I would get to the point where I could launch SOSs, then I would just launch them in every mission. And that got to
That's how I do.
That got to be kind of stupid because I'm like, well, am I getting better at the game, or am I just beating these quests because everyone else is carrying me?
Playing it by yourself fucking sucks.
I bought this game because I thought you guys were just gonna carry me through the whole thing. I was even talking to Warren. I was like, I fucking don't even know. I probably won't even like this game, but I'll talk on the headset for hours on end while I follow the other three around and hack at whatever they're hacking at.
We'll get in there and all play together sometime. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been playing, Kev?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Brando, you and I have been playing a game.
The last game to talk about.
Some might say the best game of 2018.
Which some might say not so much.
Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fighters.
Fighters.
Z.
Fighters.
It's not spelled with an S.
I know. It's pronounced with an S, though, apparently. You played the story. You played the story.
As someone who has played about 1% of all fighting games, I'm confident in saying that's the worst fighting game story that's ever been made.
Yes, probably up there. I
It's
don't know.
real bad.
So
and Dragon Ball Z's had some not so good ones in the past.
It is real bad. It's real bad in like they have an in-fiction reason for like why you, the player, are controlling the characters and why all the characters are the same power level and like
there's someone inside me controlling
it's so
me.
dumb. They talk to you, the player. They're like, "Hey, you," and they goes like, "What, me?" It's like, "Not you, Goku. You, soul in Goku." And you're like, "Oh, okay."
Come on, that's what you love about games. They're breaking that fourth wall.
I'm way into it.
But it's not even them like talking to us. It's like we are playing a character, which is this bead of light that controls all these. So then it's like there's a moment where it's like, we're going to teach you how to take control of a different character. And you're like, whoa.
I'm not ready.
Is that even possible?
And it's this like moment where they're like both like have their eyes closed and they're really focused. And then the little like ball of light goes from one to the other. And I'm like, so am I to believe that every time I tag someone in, I'm just quickly like shooting to this new person? Like
they touch hands and the light goes through the hands.
That's right.
Just like wrestling.
Like electricity. Yeah, hot tags. So it's basically they put you on a map where you can move around the map in this like series of
like a board game.
Yeah,
map.
kind of a board game looking map where a lot like half the spaces do nothing. They're just a space that is to get you to a space with a player on
They
it.
eat up time so that one of the like events that are happening can happen, so that Boo can show up and eat an enemy, or so that the enemies can level up or whatever. Like shit is progressing even though it's an empty space.
But on the entire board, there's what like the boss fight of that board feels like if you strung all the boss fights together, then you would have something where I'm like, it's bad, but it's not wasting my time. Bad,
Yeah, sure.
It's not monster.
but it's like half an hour is probably a bit much. It's like 20 minutes of like just navigating these board, fighting the same people, over and over
And the
again.
worst AI. I literally
awful.
did most of it like looking at my phone, just mashing auto combo.
Yeah, you totally can.
Yep.
Like I'm watching videos and like Warren's coming in and being like, "Hey, you want to get food?" And I'm like not looking at the screen and just mashing X, and I'm like, "Yeah, I just got to finish this fight."
Yeah, it's bad.
The auto combo's doing it for me.
It's pretty
Is that easy difficulty or just?
There is no difficulty.
No,
Oh.
it's just so I'm on. It's divided into 3 sections. I've played to my wit's end, and I'm about a third of the way through the first of the 3 sections.
Oh, you haven't finished the first one?
No.
Oh,
How did you?
Yeah, they're not that long.
They're like I'm on
Eventu-
like board 6.
Yeah, but eventually you get to each boss. You just beeline to the boss eventually because you're like, I don't need to level up. I don't need to do these fights. Who fucking cares?
Okay, now you're talking to the wrong guy.
I don't need.
I gotta clear that board.
I don't. No, see, that's your problem. The only and the only like story and cutscene is always on the boss fights. So just skip all that.
But sometimes
nonsense.
there's people who you gotta go kill this boss so you can get access to this player.
That's
new
not how that
character.
works.
Yeah, totally.
No, it
Yep.
isn't. It's only
Like, in the
Android
story.
21.
In the
Oh, yeah,
story.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But you're probably almost done on the sounds of it.
No, I'm 33% done in the first story arc, and there's 3 story arcs.
Yeah. My advice
bad.
is just fucking beeline it. Beeline through it, and oh look, Android 16 is talking to Vegeta. That I like the show. That's fun.
And I do like the show.
I do. I want to rewatch the show.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
I wish I had Dragon Ball Z Kai,
I think I might get the Blu-rays.
because I feel like I've watched the entire series not cut down.
Oh,
like,
I'm not.
3
I'm not a
times.
crazy person.
I've watched it 3 times in my life, and I'm like, I don't need to see some of this shit again. Some
No.
of this bullshit that has nothing to do with the story.
I would watch Kai.
Gohan goes to high school. I don't care.
He sure does. But he has to he can't let everyone know that he's a Super Saiyan.
So whenever he does superhero stuff, he needs to dress like a superhero. He's very Superman
All
at
that stuff
point.
is in Kai. The Great Saiyaman.
Well, it kind of
Cut,
has
cut
to
down.
be.
Yeah, of course. Great Saiyamans. He should be fucking. Why is where's Mr. Satan and where is the Great Saiyaman?
I love how he is Great Saiyaman, and then at one point he turns Super Saiyan and his helmet blows off, and then they just start calling him the Gold Fighter,
the Golden Warrior.
Yeah, and then at other times he is like a Super Saiyan wearing his normal clothes, and they're like Gohan,
Who is
and
that?
no one can make the connection. It's
Clark
the same
Kent's-
guy.
Clark Kent's glasses.
Yeah.
No one can tell.
Exactly, but what if there was a stage in between them? What if he had a monocle in at one point? Then you'd
Or
be
yeah.
able to bridge the gap, being
Clark-
like, wait.
Clark Kent or Superman with the glasses on.
Yeah.
Who's that weird glasses man in the Superman
He
costume?
looks like Clark, but he's wearing a suit.
The secret is Dragon Ball has always kind of been bad. Like going back
Yeah,
and watching
sure.
that story, you look at it from far away and you're like, man, in that first episode, first 10 episodes, fucking Raditz blows up the moon and
It's
you
fucking
just
shit.
Yeah,
If you tell someone what is
yeah.
going on in Dragon Ball Z, people are like, I should probably watch Dragon Ball Z.
should probably all watch Dragon Ball Z.
That sounds great. I've seen it before.
Spaceman lands.
Fantastic.
Spaceman lands on Earth. Fucking starts fucking shit up.
Sounds terrible.
It's fucking...
Okay, so what if there were 7 balls that you got them all? You can make a wish. But Bulma and them already had 3 because when Piccolo did his beam cannon, he had to hold Raditz and went right through them both. Are you with
One
me
of
so
the
far?
Dragon Balls is on
But you have
Gohan's
to use
hat.
them to resurrect Krillin. It's the only downfall.
You can only resurrect somebody once with the...
Not if you go to a planet. Not if you get to go to another planet
With
and
the
get
originals,
their
yeah.
Dragon
Yes.
Balls.
Also, in season or the second saga, they just fucking go to a different planet with different Dragon Balls,
Yeah.
and then to wrap it all around, eventually there are Super Dragon Balls that are spread throughout the universe.
Oh, damn.
The Black Dragon Balls.
So the
That's
trick
not
is
canon anymore.
for
That
your,
is canon.
Nope, that's Dragon Ball GT.
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah, it got cut
Oh, I
from
thought
the.
that was Super.
that's sad.
so your first wish is for a portal to teleport to other planets, so you can collect more Dragon Balls to collect more wishes.
Yeah.
You want to get wishes so you can bring all your dead friends back, because all your friends died because bad people wanted to make wishes.
Yeah. Well, all your friends died because they had no business fighting these super
No,
powerful beings.
they should have
and
stayed home.
You know that, and they know that, but they show up and die every time anyways.
Yeah.
So fucking whatever, man.
Zoom in on their foot as it grinds into the dirt,
Every
and they're
time,
just
yep.
like, I'll stall for time until Goku gets here.
They even try to talk them out of it. The more powerful characters are like, no, just go. Like, I can move faster than light, and I have destroyed planets. You're just a dude. He's like, no, I'm staying. Boom, dead.
Goku would want me to.
Everything. Goku wants me to die.
Meanwhile,
again.
Goku's in the tank, and in inner monologue, he's like, "Get the fuck out of there!"
Fuck, I should watch Dragon Ball Z. I really like fighters. Story mode aside, I really like fighters.
Yes, I'm not good at it, but I'm having
am
more
I.
fun being not good at it than I usually do playing fighting games.
Yeah, totally. I have progressed from I'm slowly progressing out of auto combos. I know a combo.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I know a real good Goku combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That real good Goku combo works for 98% of the... There are like 4 characters
Yeah.
share every single combo,
Yeah.
which is nice because you learn 1 or 2 or 3 and you just got them.
Yeah.
And then there are the couple outliers. Like Android 21 is weird and some weird ones.
Yeah, every now and then you get a character where you're like, I can't play with you because you're not like all the other ones.
Yeah, Hit is a good example. Hit is like a counter-based character where I think every one of his moves, not every one, but most of his moves are a counter, and I just can't. I can't not attack when I'm playing Dragon Ball. So what do I just get countered every time.
They used to rush me with that like thing where they just zoom at you every time, and it
It's
would
called Rush.
Yeah, it would just get me every time.
You just block.
If you see it coming, but I figured out. I think it's up or down circle. I would know it if I had a controller in my hand, but it's just like it's kind of your launcher. Yeah, and every time they do it, I just do it, and I laugh every time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've grown as a fighter.
Total. And then if you press,
and then they fuck me up in some other way.
If you press circle again, you'll chase them up.
That's true. But then what?
Smash more buttons.
Yes.
Well, then
press X a whole bunch is my guess.
Then you want a light heavy, and you jump cancel out of the heavy so that you can get another light heavy.
I just need you to give
that's
me
when you want to
an entire string of inputs for winning.
Okay. I'll link you a video that I watched.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually really good. It teaches you like there are jump cancels in this game, and they're very, very powerful. And like that sounds, if you don't play fighting games, it sounds like complicated and scary, but it's not. It's just like, do you want an extra 2 hits? Jump in the middle of your combo. It's cool. I'll send you that video. It's good shit.
Gotcha.
Anybody do anything else they wanna?
No.
Monster Haunter. Did anyone?
Does anyone remember that
I don't know
joke?
if that made it on the air this time. I wrote it on the show notes again.
I know. I'm pretty sure that joke made it to air.
That was the New Year's show, I believe.
I don't know if anyone else thought it was funny.
I
Might have got lost.
don't think it.
No.
It's like Monster Hunter, but
Monster Hunter.
dyslexia.
And then we went after this whole backstory,
Yeah.
of like,
Did we?
of someone what would haunt a monster?
It's true.
I don't know. I don't remember any of this.
Weird.
Was
I don't know
this
why.
was on the live show?
Yeah, on New Year's Revolution.
Weird.
That's
Yeah.
odd.
I wonder why.
Okay.
It belongs higher than Breath of the Wild.
Let's go for a quick break. We'll come back, read some news, do some emails, and see y'all here other side of this break.
All y'all.
I'm excited to get home and play that Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, Odyssey is so good. I'm so excited for you.
I'm pretty much on empty in my gas tank, and I'm thinking I'm just fucking not going to care and just go home
Oliver.
and not fill up.
Oh, Oliver's here. The man whose opinion on video games is not worth the breath it takes to say it. Oh.
I stood up for him.
Should really ban him from the chat, maybe.
I stood up for him most of that show just to see the whole thing burn.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's all right.
Why Colin say poor me?
Poor Bryce?
He did.
Why poor Bryce?
I don't know.
Because you have the weight
Oh
of the
shit! I think
championship
Fat
right
Sack's
now.
mom is on the stream, taking a shot with him.
That's not his mom.
No?
Is that his mom? I don't know. That's the same lady that showed up last time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And she was also shooting liquor with him last time.
Yeah, no, she's ready for the liquor.
She might just be a cool mom.
Maybe, yeah.
University person.
I don't know. They kind of look like twins.
I've done shots with Nat.
With me? Oh,
Nat.
Nat.
No.
Who's Matt?
Nat, my mother.
Oh,
What did I do with my phone? I had it. Oh, there it is.
I started the show off talking about Celeste and Witness. You missed out.
Those are both very good games. Those are good games to play.
B-sides are hard.
Yeah, B-side's really hard. I beat the first B-side. It took me a lot of tries.
I'm on the second to last one.
Have you finished the story?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you get all the strawberries?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
The golden strawberries. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, where are the golden strawberries? Are they in the B-sides?
C-sides.
Oh my god, there's C-sides. Good god.
Yeah.
Do I have to find cassettes in B-sides? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's as soon as you get all the hearts from B-sides, then unlock C-sides again.
Hearts from B-sides. Okay. And there's just the one heart in each B-side, right? Yeah, okay. I got the first one.
Noise.
Did you know the thing I was talking about?
Was it the jumping?
No, it was
thingy
with the
birds?
white block.
Oh yeah, that was super cool.
It was like a Super Mario
How
3
about that?
throwback where like when I did it I was like, no way. Are we still live? We're probably still live, eh? Is anyone watching?
These
Talk to
mics.
us.
There's a couple
I
people.
don't want to spoil anything.
Tomo. Bow owner is here.
Hey, we got sub.
Do
I
we?
can't read the name. Kevin can.
Are you gonna play Celeste, Matt?
Eco.
I want to tell you
With the
thing,
sub. Thank you
so I
very
think you'll
much.
appreciate it.
Yeah, you totally can.
But I think
6
we're
times
on,
in a
right?
row.
Like, are we...
Oh, yeah. Sorry, hang on. You're right.
6 times sub.
Was that 6?
Yeah, that was 6.
Okay, I thought we had one more.
No.
Hang on. So, hang on, everybody.
Go.
All right, we're back.
That's very cool.
That is cool.
That's very cool. We should do I was about to say we should do categories maybe at our next game of the year show,
Yeah,
but
more ignorance.
no, I was going to say no. After
we
how
can't
this
do
one
that.
went, it is very obvious that we can't do categories.
I think we can do categories.
I don't
I think
think
we
so.
got. I think we got hung up on 3 games in a way that we will not usually get hung up on. Like a lot of that show was the very end.
Yeah.
Arguing about the very end.
Yeah, some people just thought that 8 hours, whatever it was at that point, 6 hours wasn't enough.
We also started way later than we usually do.
Yeah, we totally did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we started like if we all had the day off work,
We would have to drink. If we're gonna do categories, we would honestly have to drink less because we would.
you stop it.
We would get to that
I
point.
won't know.
we would have,
We won't do categories. We
would
won't
have-
do categories.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We would have to
All
drink slower.
You just had to find the right way to
Yeah.
phrase it.
Or just ballots.
No.
At the top of every hour, everyone submit their ballot. Whatever wins the popular vote.
That's not.
No. We
not.
don't vote by popular vote. We vote by jurisdiction.
Oh, okay.
And electoral college and
Jerry-
It's just
column
sheer
chair?
Yes,
like
you can.
bending and
Excellent.
breaking of will, really.
Yeah.
Like
No, it really is.
Like no one changed their mind during
This year
that. It
more
was
than
someone
ever.
broke.
It was always like. It was always kind of the caricature of the show in a lot of ways. It was
Yeah.
like we're just gonna yell at each other until we all hate each other, and then we're gonna go home angry.
Yeah.
And I never like it was always kind of a joke, you know.
Yeah.
It never got that. We got closer to that this year than we ever have. I
And
honestly feel
I truly believe it was only 2 people.
it probably was. It's
Because
probably me.
I
It's
remember-
probably one. It's probably one person. Me.
I remember when that podcast got turned off and everyone left. I'm like, great show. I love
Yeah,
it. Awesome.
that was
Good work,
fantastic.
everybody. And then you could feel the heat
I
radiating
just
off
pulled
of
my
Matt
shoe.
as he walked
I
by.
Whoosh, I was drunk and overtired, and I hadn't eaten it all that day because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, Kevin was the MVP for
Yeah.
giving me half that jalapeno
Oh yeah,
pizza.
you were in trouble.
'Cause that-
Props to catering. You provided all the food.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I sealed myself in the like production seat and could not get out.
You can eat.
Could not get out.
demand.
Could not. I kind of forgot once I got drunk. I was
Yeah.
liquid
Yeah,
dinner.
it happens.
That's the worst kind of drunk for me.
There's
like
been
I
a
can
lo-
feel, I feel like a different kind of drunk when I'm not having eaten drunk.
Yeah.
I mean,
totally.
you're supposed to get a certain number of calories a day. I mean,
Why
a
can't
beer
all
is
of it be
like
Fireball?
300 calories, right? So just fucking drink 16 beers and you're good.
Did you say 300 calories?
Calories a beer? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Calgary's.
Oh,
Calgary's.
calories. Get those calories up in you.
That's a lot of beer. 300 calories.
Yeah.
A lot of calories.
Incidentally, before we come back, if I know you're not a big fan of the Trailer Park Boys, but you should watch the Out of the USA season that they have on right now. Just episode 9 because of the Trailer Park Boys, the new season.
Okay.
Just watch episode 9.
Episode 9.
It has Tommy Chong and Ricky having a 7-round smoke-off competition.
Oh no.
And it's the fucking funniest shit ever.
Let's read some news, everybody. Bryce?
Oh, hello.
As the champ, as the
champ.
as the new host of this show.
Ooh.
Why don't you tell me how you feel about Heroes of the Storm getting voice chat?
That's fine.
No, that's not fine.
Why is that not
Why would
fine?
you give?
It's going to be opt-in, just like the World of Warcraft voice
It is.
chat, so
It is gonna be opt-in.
You'll never have to use it. It's their supplementary content, which is fantastic.
Yeah, but by having a supplementary system, by not using it, by electing to not use it, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Well, same thing with Overwatch. There's
Totally.
chat. If you don't use it, no,
But they
that's
didn't
probably
want
not good.
So,
And I got to deal with all the messages with people being like, "Hey, hey, we can't hear you." And I'm like, "I know you can't hear me." And they're like,
God, no.
join the chat room. We got strats." And I'm like, "I'm not. No."
Gotta use those 6 strats.
And then I'll have the most kills in the game, and they'll be like, "We lost because you weren't in the chat."
Overwatch ain't
believe
about Overwatch ain't about getting kills.
Well, I know.
Ain't about getting
It's
kills.
about all them gold medals.
Yeah.
Hug that.
HOTS, you can't even text chat to the other team. HOTS launched similarly to Hearthstone. I mean, they're very different because one is a team game, one is a solo game. But it launched with kind of very few communication options. Text chat to your team is off by default. You have to go in the menus and turn that on if you want to see it or do it. You cannot talk to the other team. You have a kind of a system of like icons you can put on the map to sort of communicate things like, hey, let's like go here, let's do this type of stuff, which I thought worked totally fine. And now they're adding voice chat apparently. And I pulled a hot quote here, a HOTS quote from one of the streamers. This is from the Kotaku story. They interviewed Ferocious Steph, is apparently a HOTS streamer, and I think she hits it on the head when she says convenient voice chat in pickup team games is anti-inclusivity. It forces minorities to reveal themselves to potential harassers or be handicapped at gameplay, which I totally agree with.
I completely disagree.
What do you mean? If you're a woman,
No,
or a visible
I understand
minority,
the not wanting to reveal yourself thing, but it doesn't put you at a handicap because the voice chat wasn't in the game to begin with.
But
so it's not going to put you at a disadvantage to not use something
Yeah.
that was never there.
compared to the other people who are now using the voice chat and are communicating versus your team who is not communicating.
Yeah, but you're assuming that this is all on the assumption that your team is not communicating and the other team is communicating perfectly.
Right. I know. I know that every time I choose not to use voice chat, there's a 100% team that chance that my team is not using it because I'm saying fuck this right now.
Yes.
There's always a chance the other team is using it.
What if there was? Do you think?
I don't think that's
There
the
is.
same. No.
There totally is. You are completely objectively. You are putting yourself at a disadvantage.
It's
you are
this-
not using a tool.
It's the same logic as LoL players use when they're like, if I'm not toxic, then that means there's a greater chance of there being a toxic player on the other team because I know I'm not toxic and there's always the one person who's toxic. That's not how that works.
Probability of statistics.
That's a little different.
It's not.
I'm saying that
if you're not using voice chat because you think it's gonna screw you over to reveal who you
Right.
are because
me
you're
as
afraid
a
of the harassment.
as a woman who plays video games, I
Exactly.
don't want people to hear my voice because that sucks.
Yes, exactly. But the chances of there also being an exact copy of you on the other team, probably pretty high.
Maybe, but pretty high. Like you are still objectively at some small disadvantage. I'm not saying it's happening every game. I'm not saying it's ever even going to happen. Just statistically speaking, you are. Yes, you are. You are. You're not. It is one less tool in your repertoire.
Right. It's giving everyone else a tool.
That
They're
they-
giving everyone a tool, and
Yes.
you being like, I am making the decision not to use
Exactly.
mine.
I'm never ever going to use it, and at some point, I'm going to come into contact with somebody who is using it, and they are just going to have an advantage over me.
Then I guess the option is to use it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. Or
Well, if you
I mean,
if you use it and people are shitty, then you just stop using it.
yeah. But then
And if
you're
you
back
use
to
it and
square
they're not
one.
shitty, then you that same advantage.
Yeah,
You
it's
could
true.
just be like, as
It's
soon as
true.
they say something, you'll be like, oh, this was a mistake, and
Click.
I'll try the next time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm sure they have just like every other one of these games. Like you have your voice chat and you have that one shitbag. So
But it's
you
all-
mute your shitbag.
And if they're not focused on the game and they're just ragging on you, then you're not going to do well anyways.
yeah, you already have the troll on your team.
Yeah,
So
you're
just because you're
screwed.
using voice chat
I don't
to
know if I
bring
agree with
out the
that.
troll, like the troll is going to troll no matter what.
No, but if he
Yeah.
can't type to you at all, if he can't communicate with you at all, like I guess he can. You can't really sandbag as hard in Heroes
women can
as you
be
in the other
trolls
ones.
too.
Sure, she, anyone, they,
I think they're
it's
called something different, aren't they?
trollettes,
Trollettes.
trollinas.
Do you think in a game with a gigantic player base, do you think that chat lobbies and not chat lobbies would fly? Like
Yeah,
being like,
maybe.
if you're coming here, you don't get to chat. If you're going here, you have to chat.
Yeah, maybe
That's fair.
that could
See
totally
that flying.
be a thing. Yeah, here is chat matchmaking here is not chat matchmaking. I would actually, sure, that's a good temporary
Let's do
workaround
that.
for me.
Let's
That
make
makes
it.
Patent
that
that
makes
run
me
now.
Patent that.
That just makes me feel happy.
Oh god, it's already
You know?
out there.
And it's only pickup games too, right? Because anybody who wants any team of 5 that wants to chat is on Discord has a way to chat.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's time and money spent on a thing that I guess they feel is necessary. I suspect it's maybe Dota and League are eating Heroes' lunch a little bit in the competitive scene, and this is them kind of being like, no, we're serious too. Look, everybody talks when they play a game. Yeah, no, that's
I
all I
like
gotta
to
say.
talk to people on the internet.
I know you don't. I do sometimes and don't. Sometimes you make cool friends, like Carrie. Yeah,
That one time.
I've never met him. This is Brando and Warren's friend.
Yeah, this is out of the 5,000 people we've probably played video games with
Many of them were
online.
14.
Yeah, this is the one
Worth it.
that we actually go
All
back
worth it.
to and are like, hey, we're playing this. Let's play it.
So many of my friends now are
Yeah.
like people that I just like. Max, like Gassy Max, who was up here, was just someone I started talking to on the internet randomly one day.
It's
I don't
dangerous.
know. It
Yeah.
is. He could have murdered us.
Yep.
Who,
still
who
could.
says he didn't?
Canadian StarCraft. Best StarCraft. Winter Olympics are on, and I just want to say Canada #1.
It does feel good to have Canadian StarCraft best StarCraft.
It does feel good to fucking Scarlet won IEM Pyeongchang 2018. Yeah.
What is that?
That's a
That's a city.
South Korean city, I believe.
Yeah, they always name them after the city they're in.
So Pyeongchang.
Oh, okay.
Pyeongchang is in South Korea. Pyongyang
Like
is in North
NXT.
Korea. Is that?
Maybe I don't know. I don't think
Okay.
that's probably
Okay.
not correct. But
Well, how
maybe it's
how come you're always banned from our Pyongyang if you're talking bad about North Korea on Reddit? That's why I think
Oh.
Pyongyang might be a city in.
Pyongyang and Pyeongchang are both cities.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Perfect.
interesting that
Awesome.
you have both been to r/Pyongyang enough to know that.
No. You don't have to go there. People get banned from there all the time without going there. Glorious leader, don't
They'll
take no
find you.
shit. That's right. She won. First place. Second North American pro to ever place first at a major StarCraft tournament in South Korea. First woman to ever win a major StarCraft 2 tournament, period.
Sweet.
Also, she's Canadian.
Also,
so,
she's Canadian.
Win-win-win.
fucking A.
Win-win.
Nicely done. Shut up those snooty Koreans for a bit.
Did she have like a flag cape that she put up?
She had a jersey.
Oh, that's even better.
She had
Yeah.
a Canadian jersey.
Was it a Canadian jersey or was it her team jersey?
It had a Canadian flag on it.
Oh, okay.
It probably was her
We'll
team
take that.
jersey.
Yeah, we'll take that.
The picture I saw was her holding the big
Plate.
yeah, that thing's
Yeah,
stupid.
the disc.
It is a plate.
Fuck, Canada StarCraft's hard.
Yes, the hardest. Did you guys play Shadow of the Colossus back on the PS2?
I did.
Aggro.
Yeah.
Aggro.
I often tell
Aggro.
this story. I'm sure I've told it on the podcast or on some stream we've done, probably recently, in that I will always remember playing Shadow of the Colossus while listening to one of the Mana Tank Game of the Years.
Shadow of the Colossus.
where no, I don't think it was like I was playing Shadow of the Colossus far enough after the fact that it was
The HD remake probably just came out on PS3.
I bet you it was before that.
Oh wow.
I was playing original Shadow of the Colossus years after it came out, or at least a year. But anyway, it was the one where you're eating all the salmon, and you go back and you listen to one of those, and you're like, we were really that ignorant last
Not
show.
by today's standards.
Yeah,
no. If only we knew then.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah, that's a great game.
that is a great game. Bryce, have you played it?
I've not.
You should
Keep
play
hearing
it.
great
You would
things.
probably totally dig it. There are 12
Colossi?
enemies in the
Is
game.
it
Yeah.
boss rush ish?
The slowest boss rush. It's
Yeah.
like a boss meander, really.
No.
Yeah, but
Saunter.
it's just the 12 colossi and I think that there is a
And I'm David.
deep story there.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
You're David. You are. You totally are.
Yeah.
You're this tiny little thing, and you have to overcome these huge colossi, and it's about like being awkward and gangly and trying to like climb up them
Yeah.
and calling your horse aggro, aggro. Fucking aggro never shows up when you need him.
Egg roll?
Agro, A-G-R-O,
Okay.
egg roll.
But yeah, you're like tickling the crook of their elbow so they hit their own arm with the sword, and then jumping on the sword because they're gonna bring it back up, and then you can drop on their head, like that kind of shit. Yeah.
It's really good, and
by tickling the crook of their arm, I mean stabbing them with your sword. But
until the black ichor comes out.
Yeah.
They made a remake of it recently on PlayStation 4. In the remake, they added 79 hidden collectibles, golden coins. Nobody knew what they meant. It's this. I don't know if I should even say. It's sort of a spoiler, but we're gonna do it anyways because it sucks. In the original Shadow, there's a door in kind of the main hub area, which is never. You can never open it. You can never do anything that interacts with it. It is very prominently featured, like this mysterious fucking door that was the crux of all these crazy fan theories.
Yep.
And
it's
now
gonna open the door. The coins are gonna open the door.
the coins open the door. Yeah.
Okay.
And inside the door, there's a sword, a weapon you get. Which when you there's a thing you can do where you hold your sword up and it like shoots a beam of light to kind of guide you to the next Colossus. This one shoots a beam of shadow.
Ooh.
Because it's what's his name? Dorman. It's Dorman's sword.
I mean, what did you want to be in that door?
Another Colossus.
Okay,
Totally. There's
sure.
a thing. There's a thing in the credits that says something about Nomad Colossus and the 79 Steps to Enlightenment. So I totally thought it was gonna be another Colossus once you find them all, and like, oh, that's fucking awesome. They added one more, and like, apparently Nomad Colossus is some YouTube streamer who really likes Team Eco games or something. Yeah, you're telling me. But that's sort of neat, I guess. I don't know.
Nah, we kind of undersold it.
Yeah.
No, I think it's cool as someone who doesn't give a shit about fucking God of War games. So
Yeah, they're not at all God of War games in the slightest. But you're right. You should really play it, Bryce.
Check it out.
You should. This could be.
It comes on Switch, maybe.
This game at 20. It probably won't.
What?
It will never leave. I don't think it's ever left PlayStation. So
Garbage. Not gonna play that.
get Colin. Play Colin's PlayStation. Get Colin to buy it. This game's dope, Bryce. This game's dope, and there's a sad story.
Aw.
Some people think there's no story. They're idiots. There's some new Twitch policies.
I think there's both no story and a sad story.
Yeah. Yeah. New Twitch policies. Because last week on our Rockman stream, Brando bent over and showed his butt crack.
That's right. As I do. That's very rock and roll of me.
yeah, very rock and roll.
There's some new policies that are trying to crack down on...
Go on.
No, we're done. Stop. That's it. Show stopped.
Okay, I'll pick it up from here. There's a new policy that's trying to nipple down on...
They're trying to crack down on titty streamers.
Right.
Which is a term for women who dress very provocatively, basically use their bodies to elicit views and tips and all sorts of things. As well as super toxic behavior, which is things like, hey, huge... this is dangerous because I'm streaming on the internet. Fortunately, no one listens. Popular streamers be like, "Hey, chat, let's go to this guy's channel and say bad things. Let's say slurs in his chat and like shit like that." They're trying to crack down on.
Right.
To them, I say good luck.
Yes.
Apparently, streamers can also be held accountable for the toxic behavior of their communities, which is kind of interesting.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't pick your community.
It's true.
Yeah,
but
you do.
It's like family.
You very directly influence what they do and say and how they act. I think, especially for like the the top guys and gals.
I mean, there's got to be a difference between like having a community that is genuinely shitty and encouraging your community to be shitty.
I'm sure there is, and they said they're going to handle it on kind of a case-by-case basis. So if someone gets reported for like inappropriate clothing, they're going to go and view the channel holistically. They say they're going to take a look at everything and be like, okay, is this really like trying to go against our rules here, or is it they just, I don't know, like that dumb shirt or whatever.
Is the camera framed directly at the boobs and zoomed in?
Yeah.
In which case, no problem.
Yeah, as we said earlier.
As long as you can't attach your head to it, it's fine.
Yeah.
We on hashtag free the nipple.
We believe that
Firmly.
anybody should be able to stream topless and it should be fine.
Really in any amount of clothing. I mean, all or none, whatever you want. We should start our own. We should start our own like lawless streaming service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, do whatever you want.
I'm sure that's totally cheap
wild.
and easy to get off the ground.
And already exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vimeo.
Yeah.
I
I forgot the name of it, but yeah, no, there's you can do whatever you want streaming service.
Let's
like,
go to that one.
Like whatever.
Whatever you want.
Oh, now we know why you know about it.
I had this.
Squats or subs, that's all I want.
I had this scary moment while we're talking along these lines where I, first of all, to get it out there, I watch porn sometimes.
Whoa.
My God.
You can't just say that here.
Oliver would be so disappointed.
And I have a company cell phone that I would never watch porn on because I'm not an idiot.
It's true.
But I had this like moment where it was like, oh, like I have like my internet search histories like linked on the cloud, and now all these, like
My Google search results.
yeah,
are
or
going-
like I'm like what the fuck is this? Like get out of here! So I had to go unlink that, and I was like, I bet you that's going to some mainframe somewhere.
Oh,
and-
yeah,
where
someone's-
they're just like. Oh, so could you at least you do it on your laptop and not on our phones? Otherwise, I gotta put red tags on these things, and people are gonna have to investigate.
Didn't turn the hat backwards. That's note number 2 on your file.
Yeah, that's
Forgot
right.
to turn his company hat backwards.
Advertise the company logo on a very inappropriate stream.
Yeah, very inappropriate.
There's butt crack on it.
Hot.
No.
Let's read some emails. What do you say? Bryce, you're the champ,
Oh, yes.
so you can make whoever you want. Read these.
Oh, yes. That's me. I'll do it.
Oh, yes.
Alex McDouchebag.
Regular show contributor.
Nice. He's a boy. Hey, TR crew. What are your most anticipated games of 2018? Personally, I can't wait for Far Cry 5, Metro Exodus, and Detroit. Also, what genres of games do you wish developers were making more of?
Battlegrounds likes.
Ooh.
More Battlegrounds
That,
likes.
that is
please.
not the world we want to live in.
no,
We already live in that world.
More
Battlegrounds,
MOBAs.
Minecraft, MOBA.
Yes.
It's coming out already.
MMO?
Oh,
More
yeah.
MMOs. More
Yeah.
MMO, Minecraft, MOBA Battlegrounds.
Yes.
Red Dead,
I mean, I
Red
don't-
Dead Redemption. Oh, Red Dead got pushed back, didn't it?
Yeah, but
Fuck,
still
that was
to
my
this
answer.
year.
No,
I thought it was late this year now. I think it's late this year now.
I think it's
They said
fiscal-
September, didn't they say?
I thought it was October.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
September, October
it's still
was
this
the,
year.
is,
Okay,
is
okay.
the
Very
new
confident
date. Yeah.
It was October.
I thought I heard 2019, and after it got pushed back, I heard a rumor is because, not joking, they are adding a Battlegrounds mode.
Fuck's sakes.
I thought it was fixed loot boxes.
Well, that's probably part of it
Look
too.
for those. Rockstar's pretty good about not like what's
Yeah,
a
we're gonna
Rockstar
heat
game
that
that's
down.
well.
GTA Online,
Yeah,
I think
there's-
is like
there's a
rife
very-
with that stuff.
Oh really? Well, I guess I never played GTA Online.
It's a very weird.
It's a very thin layer of a lot of that stuff. At
different
least on like the parts of Rockstar games I play, which
Yeah.
are the campaign.
It's been a while though since a Rockstar game.
That's true.
Has
What
come
was
out.
GTA 5? Was there anything?
I feel like there was, and I'm being super stupid for not knowing. Was there like a huge Rockstar release, like major franchise player? No.
No.
Yeah, Red Dead.
Okay.
Since GTA 5, we
No.
mean.
Oh,
There's
no,
been
no.
nothing.
GTA 5
okay,
was their
okay.
last
I
game.
was
Okay,
worried
that's
that I
what I
was like missing
No,
something
no.
key.
Assassin's Creed. Sorry, Jesus. God of War.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That comes out in April. I'm excited for that because I've liked all those games.
420.
Don't you do it? Don't you
It's
do
all
it?
420, you guys.
It does seem weird, and I think that's why I'm into it. I'm
Beardy
like, why?
And has a child.
Bearded,
Why?
Yeah.
bearded dad.
Why are
Kratos.
you being?
Yeah.
Why are you being like fucking acceptable to this child as a human being?
I bet
when,
he struggles with it.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't exist.
He's shitty to
and he's
everybody.
his inner child.
No, I bet that kid exists.
Um,
Some demigod of some kind.
Maybe.
A Way Out, I believe is what it's called, which is the
heard
co-op.
of
It's the like totally campaign co-op based prison break
prison?
thing. Yeah,
Is
where
that,
you're,
oh yeah.
that is definitely this year.
Is that called A Way Out? I know. I know
I
exactly
think it's
which
called
one
The
you
Way
mean.
Out.
Yeah, I remember
The Way Out.
trying
A Way
to
Out.
describe that on this show where it's doing like the weird camera
Very
cuts.
very
and
cinematic, but you are playing with someone.
Has to be played co-op.
Has to be played
co-op. Yeah.
Yeah. So as a guy with a roommate and as a guy who had Cuphead as his game of the year from a co-op experience, I'm very excited to play that game.
We all had Cuphead as our game of the year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I actually didn't have Cuphead as my. I had my Cuphead was my horse when we got to the final three, and I saw everyone burning everyone down, and I was like, Cuphead could just sit here quietly and get to the top.
Bugman and I just gonna chill over here.
And also, I'm interested in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
interested to see what
Cautiously.
that. Yeah, cautiously optimistic that will be a very fun game to get online and do dumb shit with my friends.
May fill the Monster Hunter shaped hole in our hearts.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What about you, Bryce?
I want Hearthstone not to suck, so
Yeah,
I'm
good luck.
looking forward to it. Yeah.
How long has it been since it's been good?
Old Gods was the last good expansion, so that was
It's like 4 expansions ago. It's got to be
that
like
was
4 or 5.
20 or yeah,
year
and a half ago. Yeah.
I played some Old Gods. I
yeah.
had a
That's
Cthulhu
when
deck.
it was good. So hopefully there's a big revamp in March and everything's great again. Or I'll be
Nah.
golden all 9 classes and I can stop playing anyways.
That's your goal. That's your.
Only have 300 wins left
Oh,
of the 4,500.
Jesus, wins too, not just games.
Oh yeah, just wins.
So you've probably played close to 9,000 games.
Yes.
Wow.
Who are you kidding? Bryce is like
In just ranked.
got to be 77% win.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
true.
Still,
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Magic: The Gathering Arena comes out this year. I'm super interested to see what that thing is.
Oh yeah, that will
Soonish, apparently.
probably be somewhat okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It might be good.
I'm hearing great things.
I'm not ready to say good.
They're pushing it out too quick is what people are worried about, but it should still be good.
Yeah, I don't know.
it's good.
I'm worried
Hope it's good
about
for you guys.
I'm worried about the card selection, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like as someone who hasn't been into Magic for a lot of years,
Do you know what system they're kind of using for it?
I have no idea.
Okay, so they wanted to veer away from the dust system that Hearthstone's using. So they're going to have like a pity counter go anyways. So you don't disenchant your stuff to make other stuff. One of your open packs, if you would get a duplicate, you get, I forget what they call them. It's like a wild mythic or something. And then you can turn that into whatever you want.
Oh, that's all right.
So if you get a
like a
duplicate
wild
mythic,
card.
you can turn it into whatever you want to.
Oh, so it's like just 1-for-1s instead of
Yeah.
Two
Oh, it's a
for
percentage
ones.
still, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So I mean, basically, instead of they just automatically disenchant your stuff for you.
Yeah.
essentially.
At a
But they don't.
slightly better
You
rate.
can never
Yeah.
disenchant your collection because they thought that feels bad, getting rid of cards to make less cards. So
Yeah.
you just always have your stuff.
Does Cyberpunk come out this year? Cyberpunk 20 whatever the from The Witcher, CD Projekt Red's next game.
I don't know.
It was supposed to.
I will
Might
play
have-
whatever that is though.
Yeah, it might have been
because
delayed.
Witcher 3 was amazing.
I think Life is Strange 2 comes out this year.
Really?
I think Vampire, which is the other game that Don't Not is working on, is supposed to come out this year.
Do you know if Metro Exodus is a sequel or a prequel or a reboot?
I believe it is a sequel.
Fuck. I
I
don't want
think-
to play those first two games.
Because Last Light is the. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Last Light. Well, there's only two, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one
Maybe it is
and
a
then a
prequel.
sequel.
Maybe it is. I'm not sure. Those first two games are good.
Yeah, I just couldn't get through
That
them.
first game is good. You should,
I've
play the
I've played.
remakes,
Yeah, I've
the
played,
remasters.
yeah, that's how I bought them, and they were like it was $50 for both of them, I think,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't get.
You should play it in Russian with subtitles. Would be. See, I don't know. Like maybe
Sure.
maybe you hate subtitles or whatever, but like
No, I don't. I have subtitles on my English, so like
Oh, yeah.
English subtitles on English audio, so that I can have other things going on and still understand what's going on sometimes.
I liked it a lot more in Russian than everyone being like, "Hey, do you want to go?" Like the thickest,
Sure.
cheesiest Russian
I don't think
accents.
it wasn't even the story. I think it was the like how it felt in the combat and everything that I didn't like in that game. Also, I'm excited for Far Cry 5, like this guy.
Yeah.
What about Kirby and Yoshi games?
I was
Lost
go-
me at Yoshi.
I was gonna say
How Nintendo's hitting things out of the park?
I'm excited for the first thing that Nintendo Switch comes out with this year. That makes me think I'm glad I bought this instead of just these good games from last year and games I've already played.
Nintendo Labo.
I don't know. Yeah,
There
I
it
don't know
is.
about that.
Labo, as we've demanded.
I'll play that Kirby game because I hope it's good.
Yeah. Oh, I might play a Kirby game here. There will be a Smash Brothers this year. There will be Smash Brothers shown at E3 this year. I'm gonna say, if it isn't out Christmas, I'm gonna say it's out like January,
Now I'm
March.
excited.
Also, it's gonna just be a fucking Game of the Year pack like
Yeah.
Mario Kart. It's gonna be the same. The last Smash Brothers with all the characters. I bet.
That's
I
fine.
bet.
I'm good with that.
I just need more
Give me
people to
Smash
have
on
Switches. Like I need the people who I play these games with to have Switches,
They're coming around.
and then I'll jump on board.
As the dominoes start to fall, they're
right.
coming around. Zach Zuck wrote in. This wasn't even a question. This was something he just put on the subreddit r/Talking Reckless that I pulled because the people need to hear. He says, just listen to the Game of the Year show. I was in Vegas for the Super Bowl that weekend, so I missed it live. Congrats on making an ordered list. I think this might have been one of the most ignorant years yet. At about 6 hours and 40 minutes, there was a general consensus, including Kevin.
I don't
for-
know. Hey, I don't know why he says including Kevin.
You were on board.
I-
I remember this.
Yes, I remember this also. For number 1 Zelda, number 2 Horizon, number 3 Cuphead, number 4 Mario, number 5 Wolfenstein. But you guys seem to overlook that and continue to argue for another hour, and then change that order for the worst. I had for the worst. Too funny. Thanks for their podcast.
I actually said multiple times during that last hour and 20 minutes that, hey, do you guys even remember we came up with this list?
Yeah,
And everyone
yeah.
seemed to be okay with
Yeah.
it.
I was not okay with this list though.
I remember when
oh
you
yeah,
said it.
you
did
and
you did not like Zelda, Horizon, Cuphead, Mario.
Oh, because Cuphead was the number one. You see.
yeah,
yes.
Bryce was also on Team Oliver.
Well, and
I like Zelda though. I sacrificed it into third place just to end it.
That's not fair because Oliver was just scorched earth
Yeah.
trying to take the whole thing down.
Oliver hates all these games.
Right.
He just hates me more.
Exactly. Like Bryce, me and Bryce had this like I'd like to see Cuphead at number 1. I personally wanted to see Cuphead top 2, which this wasn't. But I remember Kevin saying this and me being like, I can get on board with that in the way that I can get on board with Resident Evil not being on this list, because it seems like we have the games that everyone played kind of up top and people are passionate about them. And I really like Cuphead, but I think I'm good with what Kevin's. And then it was just Oliver being like,
Nope. Nope.
and then as soon as Oliver's like, I'm not going to let that happen. We have to flip those top 2. Then all of a sudden it was like, Bryce, I bet you Cuphead. We can get Cuphead up there.
Secret alliance.
Yeah,
Unspoken alliance.
that's right.
Go watch all 8 hours of that opera for yourself.
Yeah.
Again, it's up on my YouTube.
The first 6 are really good. I
Yep.
think.
Before, up until
notch.
the break, and I even said at the break, it was a like coherent, intelligent discussion about the best games of the year.
Yeah.
And I even felt like I was sort of talking people around on Doki Doki, which was totally. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that does sound pretty cool. I wish I'd played that. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't expect that.
You were
from-
talking Doki Doki around like I felt like I was talking Resident Evil around,
Yeah.
which is where you're talking it around. You're talking it to the point where they're like, fine, we'll come back to it later, and maybe you'll be done with it.
I know. I just wanted the same IP, and I did.
Yeah.
And I hope that
Come back to you a little bit on Doki Doki.
yeah, I hope some people got out there and played it at the very least.
I hope people played Resident Evil.
Yeah.
That game's really good.
Still waiting for that Vive version
Oh,
soon.
I'll come over and play that.
Oh, it's gonna get moist in that vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address, or just drop on the subreddit. Everybody seems to do. You can follow follow the show on Twitter if you want. It's Talk Reckless Pod. Listen, I already plugged the Sat Pod. That was dangerous.
That's right. You just plug it again.
Nope. Unacceptable. Do not go to satpod.podbean.com and listen to our brother show, the Sat Pod, all about wrestling.
We did the Royal Rumble show a week after when we usually do it, which is the following week to the Royal Rumble, because Warren was on his own and wanted someone, preferably 2 of us there, to talk about it, which we weren't able to manage that. So me and Warren busted out a good show. We both, if anyone is a wrestling fan and watches NXT,
I put my hand back down after you said
yeah,
NXT.
okay. That NXT show is one of my favorite wrestling pay-per-views since I got back into wrestling.
Yeah. So
it
Warren
was-
described it to me as the best like single wrestling event he has ever seen.
Yeah,
Which
it was.
It's saying something.
It for me to be, if it was that but had the pageantry of like one of the main shows like WrestleMania or something, then I'd probably agree. But I also still watch wrestling for Rusev coming out in a tank,
Yeah.
and shit like that. So without that, because NXT is always a very stripped down version of the main show, it is cheaper. But just in the ring, it was just like the worst match on that card was better than anything I've seen on TV in forever.
nice.
It was a polarizing rumble.
Yes,
You should go listen to that Sat Pod, see what they have to think.
Rumbles usually are.
Yeah, I mean, this one even more so, because that women's rumble, Ronda showed up. There's a lot of shit right at the end there.
If Ronda Rousey didn't show up,
Rowdy Ronda Rousey, sir. Fuck. All right, maybe just Rowdy Ronda.
everything would have been better if Ronda Rousey didn't show up.
Stephanie called her out as just Rowdy Ronda, so she might just be.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, if it's Roddy Piper, are you
I'm-
not
I'm-
going to be Rowdy Ronda Rousey?
I'm pretty sure in a company that puts a lot of stock in like name recognition, they will have Rousey as part of
yeah,
her name.
probably. She should just change it. Like completely.
Yeah.
I'm Rhonda Steele, or like
Yeah.
that's completely different.
Hot Rhonda.
Yeah. Kevin, thanks for joining us, brother.
Matt,
And for catering the New Year's show last
Yeah.
week.
hey, I do what I can.
Unsung hero.
I am not exaggerating when I said you would have got a very different Brandon if Kevin did not have that half jalapeno and meat pizza ready for me.
It's a good thing that I ate breakfast before we went out for breakfast that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon, great to have you back.
Yes. 2 shows in a row for the first time maybe in a year.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
keep it going. 3 next week.
Oh, baby.
Bryce, champ,
Oh, yeah.
always an honor to have you here.
Pleasure.
The enjoy overseas.
Yes.
And represent us well.
Exactly.
Tell the queen I said hey, as always.
One of these, she'll know what's up.
Yeah, awesome. That's it. We'll see everybody here next week. It'll be the 213th episode. We're creeping up on 300.
Oh, shit.
Start thinking about it. We'll see you here next week. TR 213. See you then. Woo.
Jolly good show.
Yes, very much.
Pip.
Cheerio.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's moons or something that I have to collect.
Moons.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. We should all swap friend codes. So that, well, you should swap with us so that you can see our like there are like high scores. You go like who got the most jump ropes, or like who did the fastest in these events.
Because I just sent it to Andy before I came here. My friend Cole
I
right
also
here.
have my...
Fantastic. Tomo's gonna go sleep the booze off. Good luck, brother. Thanks for joining us.
Does he know about us?
What?
What does that mean?
The guy who does the fireball?
No.
Is that not who you're talking about?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No,
That's a fan of ours. Yeah, we're like, does he know about us? We're like, dude, we're not ready to. I'm not like this. Yeah, no. No.
I guess send him the Slack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this thing off. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll. Oh yeah, we're playing D&D tomorrow, aren't we?
Well, we're not playing.
Yeah, we're setting up.
Setting up.
I might.
We'll have a little something.
I might stream or something tomorrow. I might turn the stream on. We'll
Let's,
see. See what happens. Yeah, I've been feeling like kind of everyone I know is sort of losing their grasp on their spirituality and really becoming very paganistic. So
Oh yeah, need to bring back to church.
yeah, church might have to be in session tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thanks for hanging. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna say hopefully one sweet.